Love in the Afternoon presents Daytime Dilemma from General Hospital. Noah and Bobby.
I think I better go.
Oh, wait a minute. You got the afternoon off.
I don't want to infringe on your space.
My space?
What will Noah say next? I've got a space for you right here. Or, don't play games. You might lose. Can you predict what will happen next? Tune in tomorrow and find out. Now, here's yesterday's Daytime Dilemma and its solution. From all my children.
What is important to me is that you and Nina try and get back together.
Well, it's not going to happen, so forget it.
Why? I know that you love her. I know you love her in spite of how hurt you are now.
What will Cliff say? I want her out of that house by the time I get home tonight. Or maybe our love does deserve a second chance. Here's what happens.
You can tell Nina I haven't changed my mind. I want her out of that house by the time I get home tonight.
This Daytime Dilemma has been brought to you by ABC.
Monday, it's country, soul, and rock and roll when Mac Davis, Aretha Franklin, and Melissa Manchester host the 10th anniversary celebration of the American Music Awards.
Tomorrow, Benson and the Governor have a close encounter on the golf course. Then Felix and Oscar are pitted against each other for a Bachelor of the Year award on the new Odd Couple. And on the Friday night movie, Michael Caine discovers a race lost in time on the island. Parental discretion advised. Stay tuned now for Edge of Night, following FYI next.
Then, behind the scenes of the upcoming telemovie, The Return of the Man from U.N.C.L.E.
It's an affectionate character.
And one more item, a note of thanks to you, New York, for helping Entertainment Tonight to get the new year off to a great start.
It keeps getting better, so keep on watching Entertainment Tonight, 7:30 tonight, only on Channel 7.
New star for Smash Broadway hit at 5.
Nicole?
Yes?
Forgive me. I just can't.
No.
Nicole, it was you, wasn't it? The person I saw at the studio, it was you.
Gavin, what are you saying?
I don't mean that you did anything wrong. I'm not saying that you had anything to do with what happened to Nora. But you were at WMON. I can't be mistaken about that.
Gavin, why are you asking me this? I mean, you told the police you didn't know who it was.
I lied. Just as you did.
I can't believe this. I can't believe what I'm hearing. You're calling my sister a liar.
Jody, I'm sorry. You don't know how much this hurts.
You don't know how much I'd like to hurt you. I can't believe you're doing this. How dare you? How dare you come in the house and...
Stop it.
Maybe you saw something.
Stop it. Now, Gavin, if you thought that you saw me, why didn't you tell the police that?
I couldn't. I mean, I didn't want to believe I saw what I saw.
Nicole, please. Tell him he's wrong. I don't know why he's doing this. Maybe it's a setup. Did you arrange this with Calvin to trick her?
Jody, come on. You're making this worse than it is.
Right. Maybe you saw somebody at that studio, but it was not Nicole. She was with Miles. She was helping her husband, weren't you?
Yes, that's right. I was helping Miles.
You're wrong. You saw some other woman coming out of the studio.
Is that true? Am I wrong?
Yes, Gavin, you are wrong.
That wasn't you. That wasn't you who went through that door.
No.
You have your answer, okay? That's it. You were seeing things. You thought she was going to be there, so you imagined you saw her.
Gavin, when you came to the studio, I was somewhere else. I was helping Miles. He had fallen down. He had hurt his head. I had to help him, bring him home very soon. That's what I did. Excuse me.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by new Era Plus. Gets out many tough stains to get your whole wash clean. And by Sunshine Fresh Mr. Clean. He helps keep no-wax floors shining bright.
Happy birthday!
Oh, Jimmy, don't. The floor's wet. No, it's dry. I washed it hours ago. What? Oh, you're kidding. Wow, that shine made me think it was wet. Using something new for your no-wax floor? Yep. New Lemon Bright Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean is new? Sure is. It's a whole new Mr. Clean. New lemon bright color, new fragrance. Terrific. Really lemony. And a new brightening formula that's even better than before. I'll say. It really shines. And no dull film or streaks. Even Armstrong approves it for my no-wax Solarian floor. With a shine like this, I approve too.
New Lemon Bright Mr. Clean brings out a no-wax shine so bright, you may wonder, is it wet or is it dry?
No, it's dry.
Hidden deep in the mountains of your dirty laundry are some very tough stains. Introducing an incredible new laundry detergent that gets them out. Introducing new Era Plus with protein. Why protein? Because stains like tough color soil, ketchup, even ground-in grass are made of protein. And protein gets our protein stains. Era Plus on even set-in blood. Protein gets our protein. Put a little Era Plus on problems. Add a quarter cup to clean the whole wash. Nothing gets out every stain, but new Era Plus will get out some of the toughest. New Era Plus with protein gets out stains to get your whole wash clean.
Oh, boy. We're only there a couple of days. It seemed like a couple of weeks.
Well, we could have stayed longer. We could have stayed for a month if you'd wanted to. It was entirely your fault that we returned when we did.
My fault?
Yes. You said you'd give me an answer to my marriage proposal when we got back to Monticello. Didn't think I'd wait a month for that, did you? Am I permitted a drink?
Make it a quick one.
Well, that isn't very flattering.
Oh, I'm sorry, and I'm so tired. It's a long trip, you know, I have jet lag.
Yes, it must be. All right, a quick drink, but a long toast. To the Caribbean, to the Golden Swan Hotel, and to our return. Perhaps on a honeymoon.
I can't toast if I don't have a drink.
Oh, I'm sorry. What would you like?
No, really, I don't want anything, Ian. I think I just like to relax and take a shower and get some dinner.
Aren't you forgetting something?
What?
Your answer to my question.
Tonight?
Well, you said you'd give me an answer when we got home. And here we are.
We've been here a couple of minutes. I mean, I need to contemplate this thing. It takes time.
All right. I'll give you till tomorrow. That should be time enough for you to decide if you want to spend the rest of your life as Mrs. Ian Devereux.
Hello. Hello.
Took forever to get here. But I had a few more pages to do on the story. And I wanted to be sure that it is complete.
All right.
Okay.
Cops Without Guns, though I like the title.
I've also talked to Mr. Freed, who's the chief of the auxiliary police, and he's expecting a phone call from you to arrange for a photo session.
Oh, Nancy, I appreciate this so much. You're arranging everything for me. Oh, I'm going to do a great job on this. I just know it. I have no experience in photojournalism, but I'm going to do a good job. Okay. And I'm going to read it first thing tomorrow morning.
All right. You going out?
Yes, Guy's chauffeur is picking me up.
Oh, isn't that nice? Is there an evening this week that you haven't seen Sky Whitney?
I know, and I told the same thing to Sky. He's overdoing it a little bit, but he says he's making up for lost time. It's amazing how you can misjudge some people sometimes.
Why, what do you mean?
Well, from what Sky's told me, he was convinced that I was madly in love with Jim, and that's why he felt such antagonism toward him. It was pure jealousy.
Well, now, Valerie, we do know that Sky is a man with a very strong ego. Maybe he felt challenged by Jim.
Well, I suppose so.
Or maybe, indeed, he was jealous of him, but that doesn't necessarily mean that his emotions are genuine.
What do you mean?
Oh, forget it. Forget it. I came here to bring you that story, not to...
No, Nancy, I want to know what you think about Sky and his feelings.
Well, Valerie, we both know that Sky is still the consummate playboy now, don't we? A girl should be very careful with that kind of a man.
No, I mean, yes, I suppose so, but I'm beginning to wonder about Sky.
Wonder about what?
Whether he hasn't really changed. He's so different than the way he used to be. There's a seriousness about him that I've never seen. Almost a sadness. And it makes him that much more attractive. What? Excuse me. Hello?
Valerie, hi, this is Skylar. Look, I'm afraid I've got some disappointing news.
Oh, no. Your business meeting is going late and you can't have dinner.
No, it's nothing like that. But remember I told you that I'd have Gunther come and pick you up? Well, that was before I realized that there is no Gunther.
What?
It seems that my bald-headed eagle has flown the coop. Don't ask me where he's gone, but he just took off.
Well, why, for heaven's sakes?
I think I've got an idea, but listen, we'll talk about it over dinner. Now, what I thought I'd do is have Spencer get in touch with the limousine service and have them pick you up, okay?
Oh, don't go to that trouble, Sky. I'll just take a taxi.
You sure you don't mind?
No, it'll be simpler.
Okay, well, actually, it might even be better, too, because you'll be here that much sooner, which is what I want.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in a little while.
Yep. Oh, it's all right, Spencer. Miss Bryson is going to take a taxi cab over tonight.
Oh, good. I need your signature on these.
Okay. Any word from our missing chauffeur?
Not a thing, but I think he's going to regret this disappearing act of his. He's managed to make himself very interesting to the Monticello police.
Yeah, I know. That was a stupid thing to do, wasn't it? I mean, just made himself seem more guilty. Unless, of course...
You think that's really possible, Sky, that our sweet little Gunther would strangle the mother of his child?
I think it's possible for precisely that reason.
But as you know, she wasn't even that. She was lying to Gunther, which I suppose would make it all the more reasonable for him to become violent.
Yeah, well, then, of course, Gunther Wagner isn't the only person in town who loathed that woman. Was he, Spencer?
Jell-O pudding, Pops. Frozen pudding on the stick. Do you know that Jell-O pudding, Pops, is a yup snack?
Yup snack?
Small kids, tall kids, even grown-up kids say yup because they know it tastes creamy and delicious.
Yup.
And Mom says yup when you eat it because she knows it's made with the goodness of real pudding. So it's a...
Yup snack.
Right.
Jell-O brand pudding pops. All the goodness of real Jell-O pudding made with milk, so you know it's wholesome.
Gonna give your little sister some of your yup snack?
No.
Terrific chicken and rice. Terrific chicken and rice. Terrific chicken and... Where's the rice?
Not so terrific, Mrs. Lamont. It came out wrong and took 25 minutes.
You should have used minute rice. For perfect rice every time in 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Sure. In 5 minutes, it's light, fluffy.
Delicious.
Perfect every time. Now, your dish
It's going to be perfect in 5 minutes.
Minute rice. Perfect rice in 5 minutes.
Gavin, I feel as if I don't even know you. How could you have done this?
Jody, I haven't done anything. I mean, let's face it. The studio was locked when I got there. Both doors were locked and bolted. There were only 2 people in there, and one of them was dead.
How do you know there were only 2 people in there? There might have been 3 or 4 or half a dozen hiding.
No, Jody, I swear it. I went in there and I kept my eyes on both doors. Nobody got out. And then the police came and searched every nook and cranny of the place.
Well, Nicole was not one of those 2 people. You heard her say that.
Yeah, I heard her.
Gavin, have you ever known my sister to lie?
All of us lie on occasion, Jody. Sometimes we have to.
You are talking about lies of tact and politeness. I mean serious lies.
No, I don't think Nicole would do that. Not unless she had an awful lot at stake.
Gavin, you're starting to scare me.
Why?
Because you still believe it's true. You think you saw Nicole even though she said she was not there?
I am trying to believe her, but it is hard. I mean, yes, the night was dark, but there was enough light out there to make out one person from another.
Stop! I don't want to hear this anymore.
She had to run right by me to get to the parking lot.
Well, did you see the car?
No, I only heard it.
There you go. If you would have seen it, you would know it was not Nicole's.
Jody, don't you know what I'm feeling? What I've felt since that moment? I mean, I love Nicole, and I love you, and I wouldn't hurt either one of you for anything in the world.
What are you gonna do?
What do you mean?
You heard me. What are you gonna do? Calvin Stoner is your best friend, your roommate. Are you gonna tell him about this?
I'm not gonna volunteer it.
Gavin, that's not good enough. Listen, you have got to swear to me that you will not tell the police your theory.
Well, that's not the right word.
I don't care what the word is. All I care about is knowing that you will not repeat what you said here tonight.
Look, Jody, I gotta go. I have a production meeting at the theater.
Gavin, please. Promise me that you will not say you saw Nicole or think you saw Nicole at the studio.
Look, Jody, I really gotta go. I've been the producer of the Whitney Theater for a couple of weeks. I've never buckled down to the job.
You're not gonna swear, are you?
I can't, Jody.
Gavin, you heard Nicole. She would admit it if she was at the studio. God, she'd admit it if she killed Nora Fulton. That's how honest she is.
Yeah, I guess I used to think that.
But not anymore, is that it?
I listened to every word Nicole said. And I'm not calling her a liar. But I'm not going to call myself a liar either.
Freddie, stop fiddling.
I'm not. I'm scratching. My shirt's not soft like before. And where's that fresh smell?
Well, I just washed it. You didn't use Downy. There's a big difference without the softener.
Only Downy combines skin-loving softness with April freshness. Makes static cling almost disappear.
Tonight's the night.
Mom, it's softer. And it smells good.
They sure notice when you use Downy. And I notice the smile.
April Fresh Downy.
Watch this. I'm gonna tickle their noses.
Tickle their noses with Duncan Hines muffins.
Muffins! Yeah!
Hey, wait for me! Tickle their noses with Duncan Hines muffins.
They taste as great as they smell. And since they're Duncan Hines, you know they're moist.
Tickle. Mmm. Tickle. Ooh. Tickle their noses with Duncan Hines muffins. They taste just as great as they smell.
Yeah.
Remember last year when the 24-hour bug made a house call? You were prepared. You gave everybody Pepto-Bismol. It coated, soothed, relieved the nausea and cramps, and especially the diarrhea. Pepto-Bismol was quite a relief to everybody last year. Well, that bug is in the air again this year. Are you prepared?
There you are.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
That's all right. I was just that I'm a little concerned because I knew you left the office at 6.
Well, I dropped something off at Valerie's. You know that story on the auxiliary police that she's doing the photographs for?
Oh, yes, you told me about that last night.
Yeah. Well, hope you don't mind, because you're very late dinner tonight.
That's okay.
Because it's been a very hectic day. And there's nothing I would like more than to just sit down and rest and maybe have a glass of wine.
Well, madam, you came to the right establishment. You just relax, and I'll go press the grapes. Well, how was Valerie this evening?
Happy?
It's a peculiar way to say the word.
Well, it's a peculiar word when you think of applying it to Valerie and why she's happy. For the wrong reason.
I think I know what you mean.
I'm sure you know what I mean. Mike, she's seen Sky Whitney just about every day this week. And he is doing a wonderful job in behaving like somebody who is completely infatuated. And that's putting it mildly.
He's just trying to make sure that Raven and Ian Devereaux continue.
I know all about the strategy. I'm sick to death of the strategy. Honey, the more I think of it, I mean, it's absolutely absurd for a governmental agency to be playing Cupid.
I thought you would reconcile to the idea because you understood why it was necessary.
I agreed to keep my mouth shut. I can't do anything about my mind.
Well, it's not going to go on forever.
Oh. Okay, how long does it take for somebody to fall in love?
Do you really think that's the case with Valerie?
I don't know. I don't know. Mike, she believes his feelings for her are genuine. She's buying it. And we know he's only doing it to keep himself out of prison.
You're, drinking that awfully fast. Are you sure you can even taste it?
She is very sensitive, Mike, and she's very vulnerable.
Nancy, she may be a lot stronger than you think. Look at the way she handled herself up north during that crisis.
All right, she may be strong in some ways, but not in every way. What if she actually does fall in love with Skylar Whitney? She is going to be so hurt when she finds out the truth. When she learns that this whole thing has been manufactured.
I promised you I wouldn't let things go too far.
Things have already gone too far. All I see for Valerie is a heartbreak. You're right. I did drink this too fast. You know, there is an answer to this situation.
What is that?
Tell her the truth.
That is not our decision to make.
Why isn't it? We're the ones who got her into the situation. Honey, there's no one else in the world who cares more about her than we do, and she thinks of us as family.
And I feel the same way about her.
Well, then how can you stand there and watch these things happen? How? I can't. I can't. I'm going to, invite her into our little inner circle.
I don't think David Cameron would like that idea.
Oh, I'm sure he won't. That's why I'm not going to tell him.
Remember when I tried calling home from the restaurant and I couldn't get a hold of Gunther? Well, that was because Gunther wasn't home. He had packed all his things and taken off. The only thing he left was his uniform.
Not even a note of explanation?
Gunther was not much of a correspondent. Besides, apparently he was in quite a hurry. I mean, when he left, he was owed 2 weeks back pay.
Oh, Sky. Do you think this could have anything to do with Nora Fulton?
All right, this is confidential, right? It seems that Nora and Gunther were having an affair here at the house. I guess I should have expected it. They had known each other for quite a while.
Well, so what? A lover's quarrel?
The oldest kind in the world. You see, apparently Nora wanted to make the situation legal. And she used the oldest and most nefarious trick in the book to get what she wanted.
Don't tell me. She told Gunther that she was pregnant.
Give the lady a cigar. Anyway, Gunther, it seems, was not quite as sharp as you. He believed it. And that may be the reason that he left town. Or it may be more ominous.
But do you think that he could have done it?
Hey, well, how did we get on this grisly topic anyway?
You brought it up.
Oh, well, shame on me. This is not the way that I had imagined our dinner to begin.
Well, what did you imagine?
Oh, I had something in mind like perhaps this, or maybe this, or maybe even a little... Yeah. Spencer, what is it?
Excuse me, Skylar, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there is an important business matter that just arose. It requires your immediate attention.
Business matter? What the hell is it?
I could explain better in the hallway.
Well, why can't you explain it to me here, Spencer?
Actually, Skylar, there's someone here from one of your companies who needs to speak with you immediately. I'm sure you'll understand.
Please, Sky. Go on. I understand. Okay.
All right, well, listen, Spencer, why don't you try to amuse Miss Bryson while I'm gone, huh?
Of course. May I freshen up your drink, Miss Bryson?
Oh, no, thanks.
Again, I apologize for the interruption.
I hope it isn't bad news.
Well, I really couldn't say.
You didn't look too happy when you walked in, though.
Oh, I suppose that's my natural demeanor, Miss Bryson. I never like to look too happy.
I had to see you. It is vital.
Raven, this is crazy you're coming here.
I have absolutely 24 hours to tell Ian Devereux whether I am going to marry him or not. Now, what should I do?
Different people have different kinds of coughs. A dry cough, a cough that keeps you awake, a cough with a stuffed-up nose. And some people have a combination of symptoms. That's why there are 4 different kinds of Robitussin. Each contains an expectorant to help loosen phlegm, one a cough suppressant to quiet coughs, one adds a decongestant to relieve stuffy nose. One combines all these relief actions. 4 different Robitussin cough medicines for different kinds of coughs. Which Robitussin should you take? Ask your doctor or pharmacist.
Wake up and shout hooray when you start out the day. To be a woman now is such a kick, and how you've got a friend along the way. Of being a woman, have a great, great Woman's Day.
This month in Woman's Day, enjoy 18 mouth-watering pasta recipes from James Beard's new cookbook. Plus free, ready-to-mail Valentine postcards for the ones you love.
You've got a friend along the way. Of being a woman, have a great, great Woman's Day.
Thursday, Ralph has his hands full. When Bill's kidnapped for genetic experiments.
There is a life that has been distorted into something horrible.
And a race of super mutants takes on the greatest American hero.
Love, boy.
Tonight.
There is only one thing that you can do, Raven. You have to tell him no. No. You can't marry him. I want you to marry me.
Oh, God, it's so good to hear you say that. I was so afraid.
There's only so much you can be expected to do in this situation. Now, there is one thing that's important, though. What? When you tell him no, you can't make it sound like a rejection. Just tell him that, I don't know, tell him that you're not interested in a formal marriage arrangement.
Well, should I let him think I'm interested in an informal arrangement?
I don't know. Tell him, listen, Raven, listen. You can handle it. You just got to keep him stringing along. When it comes to men, there is nothing that you can't do. You know that.
I don't know if I can do it.
Sure you can. You got to give it a try.
Okay, but I'm not going to be able to do it on the telephone.
Is that what he expects?
He said something about he'll be in touch with me in 24 hours.
Well, then arrange to see him in person.
Okay.
Look, you just tell him that you care for him, but tell him that you've been married 3 times already and you gotten burned.
I already told him that, but I'll tell him again.
Look, I've got to go. There is one thing that I didn't ask you. How you enjoyed your holiday in the Caribbean. No. Don't tell me. I don't want to know the details.
Uh-oh. Sink's clogged up. Better call the plumber.
That's a bad clog.
Better call the plumber. Probably soap and hair.
Better
call the plumber.
No, no. Liquid plumber is the one to call for clogs.
Watch how Liquid Plumber Drain Opener works on tough clogs like hair. Its heavy-duty power totally liquefies the clog. So for tough clogs like hair,
Better call the plumber.
better call Liquid Plumber.
Use sandpaper to clean your stovetop? Ridiculous. Yet if you're cleaning with scouring powder, you're probably using the same harsh, scratchy abrasives found in this sandpaper, and that can be rough on your stovetop. That's why Soft Scrub is better. It's a liquid cleanser that cleans like a scouring powder, but because it has milder abrasives, it doesn't scratch like one. Soft Scrub cleans even tough spills like this, but leaves no sandy grit. Try Soft Scrub. Cleans like a scouring powder, but doesn't scratch like one.
Tonight, Henry's mother-in-law finally meets the man of her dreams, but Muriel has some questions about his 6 former wives on Too Close for Comfort. Then Sam and Molly discover that times have changed when they try to relive the romantic day they decided to marry on It Takes Two. After Hugh Downs reports on the heartbreaking problem of missing and murdered children and what some people are doing about it. And Tom Jarrell takes you behind the scenes with the king of the sitcoms, a profile of Gary Marshall, creator of Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, and more, on 2020, tonight on ABC.
Tonight, the lie detector. Should you face it if your job's on the line? Plus, every parent's fear, a missing child.
The hardest part of the whole thing is not knowing.
And the comedy secrets of television sitcom king.
Don't worry, we'll fix it.
On 2020...
Reminder for today. Eat one potato chip and buy tickets for 42nd Street. Phone telecharge 246-0730.
Hello, everyone. I'm Kati Tong. Coming up on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, 2 Russian immigrants are charged with killing a 15-year-old girl from Brooklyn. Her body was found Christmas Day. We'll tell you how a crowd of people helped to catch one of the suspects. And we'll have this.
Bert Convey's a 9, but the folks I talked with give him a 10. I'm Maxine Black. I'll have a report. What do you give me?
Anything you want.
Also, one of the hot fads this winter. All that coming up at 5.
These days, if you want a really fresh chicken, you can grow your own. Or you can buy Holly Farms fresh chicken. Holly Farms grade A chickens are wrapped and sealed right where we grow them. And everyone gets a guaranteed freshness date. So you know how fresh it is when you buy it. And taste how tender, juicy, and fresh it is when you eat it. So if you want a really fresh chicken, you can buy Holly Farms. Or you can grow your own. Holly Farms. If you want a fresher chicken, you'll have to grow your own.
Smile and hold it, hold it!
I've got the fever for the flavor of the Pringles.
The fever for the flavor of a Pringles?
It's a deep fried taste. It's the crispy crunch. That's a Pringles, please. I need a bunch. We've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
It's the deep fried taste.
It's the crispy crunch. We've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
No preservatives, regular light rippled.
You'll catch the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
If you have oily hair, you have a different kind of sebum.
And all the detergent in the world won't change it.
Now there's a new kind of shampoo.
For oily hair only.
Foho.
Made with a blend of natural ingredients.
To control.
And normalize.
Oily conditions.
We drop oily sebum into Foho shampoo.
Look how it breaks up the oil so fine.
So fast.
So clean.
It lifts.
Right out of your hair. Gently.
Easily.
You get extra clean hair.
And to keep it that way for oily hair only rinse.
New Foho. It's not just a lot of detergent.
Who is it that combines orange, tangerine, and lime? Florida citrus punch from Sunny Delight.
In the morning, noon, and night, who's got the drink that's right?
Florida citrus punch from Sunny Delight.
What tastes real good to you and your whole family too?
Florida citrus punch from Sunny Delight.
Who's got vitamins that we need, A and B1 and C?
Florida citrus punch from Sunny Delight.
Stephanie Powers for new Moisture Wear lipstick.
You know why I love new Moisture Wear lipstick? Its moisturizers keep my lips soft. But that's not why. Its long-wearing color lasts for hours and hours. But that's not the reason I love it.
New Moisture Wear lipstick by CoverGirl. Its special formula seals in moisture plus long-wearing color.
The real reason I love Moisture Wear lipstick. It's gorgeous.